Hi everyone, Tyler Manion here, NPC and IFBB Pro League Vice President, and this will be your Dominican Republic Pro recap. First, we're going to be recapping Classic Physique, brought to you by New Tech. I think the quality in Classic Physique at this show was very good. These guys really brought it. They also brought very, very good conditioning overall as well. So we'll start off with first place. First place was Rodney. Rodney actually won the overall the day before and earned his pro card and came here against a lineup full of pros and won the pro show. This guy was extremely impressive. You can see he has very round, full muscle everywhere in his body. He has a great taper. His waist is crazy small. For Rodney, really, his front double is very strong. His side chest is strong. Ab and thigh was great. Favorite classic pose looked great. The main thing he needs to improve on is his back. When his back matches everything else, this guy is going to be really, really dangerous. He has room to fill out. His structure's great. Really, he needs more thickness back there. He still needs more width in his back double specifically. As you see, he has great taper from the front poses. So it's really improving that overall back and that back pose. For him, obviously, he'll still add a little bit more size everywhere. Probably you could say to his legs a little bit more from the side and from the back as he's working to fill out that cap. But the main thing is the back. Conditioning was very strong. Could still be just a touch better when you're talking about going up against elite guys and Olympia level guys. But his conditioning was still very good. It can just get to that next level. And this guy has all the potential in the world. In second place was Davi. Davi brought a very good package as well. Again, another guy with really round, full muscle bellies. For him, the main things he needs to work on is adding a little bit more width to his back. That's obviously going to help accentuate his front poses as well as his back pose. He can still add a little bit more size to the hamstrings from the back and from the side. And then from the front, his sweep to his quads can improve a little bit more as well. His conditioning was good. I actually didn't think it was as good as Rodney. So for him, he could still be a little bit more conditioned overall. Again, that's only going to enhance his physique and make it look much better. But again, I was impressed with his overall look. In third place, we had Andres. Andres, again, another guy you see with very round, full muscle, great arms, great legs. Really for him, the main thing he's missing is his back. Similar to Rodney, but his back really needs a lot more depth and thickness to it. You can see he can open up his back more in his back pose, but even when he did open up a little bit at times, it still needs much more width. But his taper from the front is great, so this just goes to show you need to have that front to back looking the same when it comes to your back. So for him, I think that's the main thing that's holding him back as well, and that's what put him in third place. In fourth, we had Julio. Julio's conditioning was very, very good, probably the best and most impressive out of the top four. For him, he really needs to work on adding more thickness to the chest. He needs more width both from the front and from the back. And then he could also use some more size and detail to his hamstrings and width to his hams, especially from the back. So overall, very impressive show, a very deep lineup here. Next, we'll move into men's physique. Men's physique, I thought the top two were very, very close between Mehdi and Victor. For Mehdi, I think he brought a very conditioned look while still keeping his fullness. Probably one of his better looks of the year. I've judged him a couple times with some wins and some losses. I think this is probably one of his better looks. From the front, very, very conditioned, very etched in. For Mehdi, it's still kind of the same stuff. He can still add more width to his back. That's going to help, obviously, the front and especially the back pose. And then, obviously, he can still add some more size to his legs. I thought he kept his chest fuller. I thought his arms and shoulders were fuller. And the conditioning that he brought was very, very strong. In second, we had Victor. For Victor, I think he brought also a very, very conditioned look. These were probably the two most conditioned guys in the show, I would have to say. From the front, especially when Victor was leading with the left hand on the hip, I think he brought a very, very good front pose. From the front, really all he can add is a little bit more width and taper to that front pose to make it better. And then from the back, when you go to the back, he has decent width in his back pose. It could obviously still be a little bit wider, but the main thing for him is depth and detail to his back. All across his back, he just doesn't have that depth, so it appears very flat, and you don't see the same condition everywhere else, including the lower body. The lower body, everywhere from the front, the core, the chest, the arms and shoulders, you don't see that same etched in detail in his back that you do in the other poses, even though his conditioning was spot on and very good. So he needs more of that depth and detail to make that muscle push against the skin and show that detail. The differentiating factor between these two definitely came down to the back pose. From the front, very, very close between the two. I think Victor could possibly edge Mehdi out from the front, but from the the back, very dominating for Mehdi. So overall, front to back, that gave Mehdi the win and put Victor in second place. In third place, we had Francisco. Never seen this guy before. I was very impressed with his overall look. He's a little bit of a taller guy. His waist is actually a little bit wider, especially than the top two, but the way he poses and presents himself is very, very good. I think he brings nice taper and flow to his front pose. His conditioning was basically on par with those top two, almost to that same level. I think he can add a little bit more detail and separation to his abs. That's only going to enhance that front pose for him. Then from the back, he needs a little bit more of that depth and detail to his back as well. The back displays very good width. His conditioning is very good, but he needs more of that depth and detail to take him to that next level. In fourth place, we had Alessandro. For Alessandro, I think the main thing is he needed to be a good bit more conditioned. This was definitely not his most conditioned look, and because of that, he just looked a little bit soft, especially compared to these top three guys. From the front, he brings a very, very nice look. It only looks better the more conditioned that he is. Really, the main thing for him is from his back. His overall back needs to improve, and the way he's hitting the pose needs to improve. He was really hitting it kind of strange. He wasn't opening up all the way. The shoulders were rounded a little bit. The back wasn't displaying much depth to it. Also, I think he was hurting the width that he can show from the back as well. So just focusing on improving the overall back and improving how he poses, and then obviously dialing in that conditioning, and then he's fighting for a win. So that's it for these guys. Overall, extremely strong top four.